This Saturday, 10 a.m. Central Time, the full Rowdy Gaines podcast goes live. But before then, I wanted to just kind of preview a little bit of the conversation that I had with Rowdy Gaines when we talked about wearing tech suits in dual meets, one of the hottest topics of the last NCAA swimming and diving season. We'll go ahead and get into it. 10 a.m. Central Time, Saturday. Put your tech suit on. I'll see y'all there. Do you think NCAA teams should be suiting up for dual meets?
Well, in a perfect world, yeah, sure. I mean, I think a lot of them have to just to make cuts nowadays. But I think it's like the NBA rule, man, that just came out. I don't know if you saw that just yesterday, where they're going to fine teams for sitting their best players during an NBA regular season game, and not just talking about little money. The first fine is $100,000. The second is $250,000, and after that, it's $1 million plus every time you sit your best player at road games. So, if you expect an audience, the similarity to swimming is if you expect an audience to come in and watch great swimming, not just a great dual meet, but great swimming, fast swimming, then you're going to have your best swimmers suit up. I don't think it hurts things. I mean, suited up. I suited at every single dual meet. I never wore a nylon suit. I always put my Lycra on, my Bass swimsuit on, because I like swimming fast. I don't understand the whole dynamic behind not suiting up for dual meets. I know there's reasons for it, but I don't understand them. What's the big deal by swimming fast when you're tired in a suit? It's not going to affect your training or anything. You know,
yeah.
I don't know. I think they should all suit up, but again, I don't know anything.
I think you know more than not anything. But in a perfect world, I agree with you. If finances are taken out of it, because finances are a thing in, all Olympic sports, I think track is kind of widening the gap between swimming and track in terms of, audience and exposure and growth and personalities and that sort of thing. I am 100% in agreement with you that if you're not going to suit up, you can't expect an audience. And if you're not going to suit up, I think there's a rift that should be there between you're allowed to complain about not making money in swimming as long as you're exhausting all of the opportunities to be exciting.
Right.
Other than that, I just don't have sympathy for you. I don't have sympathy.
Now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Especially now at the collegiate level where you can make money with the NIL. Yeah. Quit bitching about not making money if you're not willing to step up.
Yeah, you have every opportunity at, literally the tip of your fingers to be able to promote yourself, promote your team. If you don't want to suit up, don't suit up. But I also think if you don't want to suit up and another team suits up because they want to bring in viewers, if an ASU wants to suit up, throw Leon in a suit and be like, hey, see if you can go 329 in our pool. And if you want to build that up and, build up the story around that or something like that, I don't think you're allowed to be upset. Yeah, perfect world. I think everybody suits up. Everybody goes fast all the time because we're the only sport. And, we are fighting a much more draggy, if you will, substance in water. Track doesn't necessarily have suits that are going to burn out and wear out. They have shoes, but, I don't know. It's a really tough one to solve, but I do think it would make things a lot more exciting because as a swimming fan, and I think, one of my theses is we need swimming fans to stick around first. We can grow the sport after that. But right now, when people graduate, and it's a hard sport to keep up with. SwimSwam does a great job, I always say, kind of helping people stay in touch with the sport without having to do their own research. You can just read an article, read headlines if you want to instead, just to stay up with it. If swimming fans are going to graduate from the sport, we'll call it graduate, and not want to stay in touch with it, we got to figure out how to keep them involved so they can tell a friend. And the best way to keep a swimming or a former swimmer involved and interested is for them to look at a meet and see that suit that goes down almost to the knee and up to the hip and go, something cool could happen here. Someone at this meet could swim fast because they're suited up, because you're right. They make a difference. So I'm glad to hear that Rowdy Gaines is on the team suit up, because why not train?
I don't understand that mentality. Maybe during the Olympic year, you want to, even during the Olympic year, I don't see, you can still train your butt off and, work your butt off and not be rested. but it's weird to be able to explain to somebody next to you again that nobody that knows nothing about swimming. Well, what did Leon go at NCAA's in the? I'm just let's just say for example in the 400 IM.
Yeah, 328.
So he goes 328 in NCAA's. Well, in this dual meet against Cal, or Cal's a bad example, against whoever, let's say USC. They don't have a great men's team. So against USC, he wears this drag suit and he goes 345. The guy next to me is going, well, he won't go that slow, but let's say he goes 340, whatever. I'm making up numbers. How's he 10 seconds away from his best time? I mean, how does that work? I mean, come on. He's 10 seconds away. This is boring. You know, it'd be cool for him to go, yeah, 331. Okay, see how good he is, man? And this is the middle of the season. How you explain it? And then you have to explain, well, he's got a drag suit on. This is not a big deal. Well, it's not a big deal to him. Then why would it be a big deal to me?
Yeah, hit the nail on the head right there. It's swimming is a difficult sport to explain to someone that doesn't understand it as it is. I think we need to peel back as many layers as possible to make it as entry level as possible, right? At that NC State Texas dual meet, everyone's trying to go fast.
Was everybody
first, second,
suited
third,
up?
Everyone was suited up. It was, I mean, it was what it is. You take that away. There's not because to a casual fan, we'll call him a casual fan, especially at the NCAA level, because casual fans do show up. Not every student's going to be able to go to a Texas football game. You know, they pack out that arena no matter what. They might end up going to a swim meet. And if they go into a swim meet and they, you know, see this thing going on and they're like, now I'm confused. Now I feel like I don't belong here. Now I feel like, you know, things are going over my head. I'm not interested. I'm not going to come back. If you peel back that one layer and you get to listen to people be loud and you get to listen to people be quiet, you start to get a lot more in tune with what's going on. And, you know, everybody wants to be smart about something. It's kind of like everyone wants to tell you that they discovered an artist before that they were big, you know? Oh, swim meets are cool. Like, trust me, come to a swim meet with me. And then all of a sudden you get to be the expert in the house. And yeah, I think swimming in and of itself is confusing. It is. Track, you run. That's it. 100 meters. All you're doing is running 100 meters. If someone steps out of a lane and they get DQ'd, very easy explanation. In swimming, we have 4 different strokes. Sometimes we do them all back to back to back. Sometimes we don't. Various distances. I think we need to try to get rid of as many layers as possible that could make, someone just feel like they don't belong, in fandom, if you will. One more time, 10 a.m. Central Time this Saturday, aka tomorrow. If it's already come out, I'll link it up in the top right corner per usual. Thanks for watching, y'all. Hit that like button, drop a comment. Let me know if you think we should be wearing tech suits and dual meets. Let me know if you agree with Rowdy and I's opinions on the topic. 10 a.m. Central Time tomorrow, Saturday. I'll see y'all there. Spotify, YouTube. You know the drill. See ya.